In this example, we're going to be looking at how we can use a PDO connection to insert data into our database using PHP code. So let's take a look at our database. So we're going to use that same database, that test area database, and we're going to insert some new data in here. We've already got a bunch of data in here. So let's check this out and see how easy it is to work with MySQL and insert content into a database. So we already have our link connections when we're creating the table. So I'm going to just copy some of this out and I'm going to comment it out so that we are able to reference it later if the need be, and set up brand new query and also set up some brand new connections. So here I've got query, and this is where I'm just going to use just a default query string. So we've used something before here, so this actually doesn't really change between the different methods of connection, so I can just use that same one over and over again. So first I've got my company, so just call it my biz and the size of it, so this one's going to be a really big company, and then the contact is Mr. Big. So this is the data that we're going to be inserting in, and much like what we did before, all we have to do is execute that query, and that's going to take care of that. That's going to take care of everything for us. So I need to just update this output that inserted record. And if we actually want to get the record ID, we can do that as well. So if we want to return back that record ID, we can get that information here. So after we make our insert, we can return back the ID. So we can give it a variable name, or we can just pull through to it. So link, so whatever whatever variable value we've used to make our connection to the database, so using that, and then the method is last inserted ID. And let's check this out in our browser, so see what happens now. So we're going to go there, and we get record inserted 17, 18, and more we refresh it, the more data gets inserted. So let's take a look and see where we're at here. So we just inserted a bunch of records here, saw how that we could return back the ID, and then of course we can utilize this returned ID in a number of ways within our coding in order to link into this database information. We could return that back and utilize that. And it's just that easy to make these connections and insert data into the database.